Hey guys, this is Andrea Mitchell. I am a Diamond Gold Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I'm coming to you specifically as the Rocktober group, really talking about goals. So before we even get started, before we talk to you about how to rock your network marketing business and going through the book chapter by chapter, you kind of have to decide what do you want out of it. I would really be intentional today to spend about an hour in prayer, in the Word, in your business, and decide how badly do you really want this. Are you really willing to put the effort in to get the results out that you want? So I think a lot of people have a hard time with goal setting, so I want to make it a little easier for you today. I want to start with something that's so fundamental and that we've all done at some point, and this is a calendar, and I just printed them offline. So all you have to do is Google October calendar, and I would really encourage you to print off one for every month over the next 12 months. If you just want to go 6 months out, that's fine. But I would be really intentional about printing out the next year. And what I've done is I've gone through day by day, and all the things in black are the things that are on my calendar. So they are things like football practice, chapel for the boys at school, birthday parties that we've been invited to, my anniversary. We have our 12th anniversary this month, leaders retreat that a lot of us are going to. Things for school like student showcase, early release. And so I've written all those in black. And then what I've done is you can see in red, I have gone through and added some things. I've gone through and put that we have a fund this month that is at the private school that my boys go to, and that you can give above and beyond. Halloween costumes are this month. That's going to cost some money. Pre-shopping for Christmas. For those of y'all out there that do that early, I am not that person. That's not how my brain works. Things like tithing each Sunday, writing it down on each Sunday. Lunch with friends. I've actually written out specific friends that I want to have lunch with this month. Things like a blowout, for my hair, or a fair day for my daughter. We're, going to leaders retreat and incurs the cost of flight, clothes, meals, gifts, the birthday parties that we're going to, that what I want to get each one of those kids, what I want to get my husband for our 12th anniversary. Those are all in red. And the reason they're in red is because those are things that I may or may not be able to do based on how my business goes, based on whether or not I have the time freedom or the financial freedom to do these things. I may or may not be able to actually do them. Now, whether I want to do it or not, soccer practice is happening. Can I afford it? Can I afford to let my kids go to soccer practice? Can I afford early release and be off of work in that time allowance? Can I afford to go to leaders retreat even though I've earned it? Some people are having a hard time actually affording going. So I put those in red. And then in green, I have put, and you can see, a little money sign on every Friday and the 15th of the month. What do I want that check to look like? What do I want my Friday checks to look like? And what do I need my 15th check to look like? And for some of y'all, that's a need. What do I need that check to look like? What do I actually need that money to be like? If I want to buy Halloween costumes by the 31st, what do I need to make between now and then? I think it's really important for you to understand what it requires, and then you can decide if you're willing to put the work in. So I think, a lot of times we go, it's this. I wish I had, done, added 3 new ambassadors this month. I would have this much money in the bank. You'd have $75 to go spend on Halloween costumes. So is it worth it? And some things that I wrote down, and you're really going to want to have a pen and paper. And so if you don't have one, you can pause this video and go grab them or rewatch it as many times as you need to. But here's some goals for your October. If you are an ambassador or a senior ambassador, your goal for the month of October is to add 3 level 1 ambassadors, 3 personally sponsored ambassadors. And as we go through the month, you'll learn a little bit more about doing that. But I want to encourage you now, for those to not just be names on a list, but for those to be people that really want to do the business with you, or that you see potential to really blow up their personal business. And then as a team, if you're an ambassador or a senior ambassador, you want to get 6 new ambassadors on your team. So what that is it's you adding 3, and it's either one of those people adding 3, a couple adding 1 or 2, each one adding 1, but you want to start showing that momentum and that growth, because not only do you want a check in your pocket, you want someone else to get a check in theirs. And so I would really encourage that first thing this month. If you're an ambassador or a senior ambassador, that's extremely important. If you are a silver ambassador, you've already gotten 3. At some point, Your goal this month is to get 3 personal. That'll be everybody's goal, 3 personal. We'll just put that across the board. If you are listening to this, your goal is 3 personal ambassadors. But if you're silver, your goal is to have 12 people, new people on your team this month. That means that 3 people on your team are going silver. They're getting their 3. So you need to find 3 people that want to do 3. And you're getting your 3. So that's 9 from each one of their 3. So each one of these 3 people each get 3. That's 9. And then you add your 3 to it. Gold, again, your 3 and your team to get 39. Imagine what that would do for your paycheck in October and November if you got 39 new team members this month. Senior gold, personal 3, team 120. Ruby, personal 3, team 363. Senior Ruby, personal 3, team 1092. And Jewel is every single leader on your team, every person that says they want it for them to get their 3. And what I did is I went through my level 1s, and I have, 44, 45 level 1s on my diamond position, on my original position. And 12 of those say that they want it. So if 12 people say they want it of my level 1s on my diamond position, then I should have 36 new level 2s in the month of October. Y'all, we only had 7 in September. So that really says a lot about what we need to do in growth. And it's a lot about personal sponsoring. If you are not personally sponsoring, you're not doing your business any help. The ones that say, I want this and don't do the work, don't really want it. Is that you? Or is it somebody on your team that you're pouring a lot of effort into and don't need to be? Guys, I really want to do some real talk with you. If you are not personally sponsoring people in the business, if you don't have a prospecting list of people that you are working through constantly, this is what mine looks like, that's what keeps me organized. If you are not every single day prospecting someone, adding someone to your prospecting list, reaching out, having lunches, having coffee, having tap water, whatever it takes with someone and explaining to them what the opportunity looks like in Plexus, then you are not doing your business any service. It will not matter if you read every word 17 times of Rock Your Network Marketing Business if you do nothing to put those things into practice. So I really want to challenge you. Each challenge that these jewels are giving you this week or this month, that you do them to the best of your ability and that you don't stop doing them when you hit a roadblock. That if you hit a speed bump or you feel like you hit a wall, you figure out how to go over, under, or around it. You do not let that stop you. You have full, control of your team because you have control over what the activity is that you do day in and day out. If reaching out to 5 people every day isn't yielding you the results that you want, reach out to 10. You have the choice to do that. And you know what else you have? You have the choice of what to do with your free time. And I know a lot of people are going to say, I don't have any free time. We have people all over this business that are doing it with 1 kid, 10 kids. I have someone on my team doing it with 8 children very well. They find the nooks and crannies. And if you don't feel like you have any nooks and crannies in your life, you need to get with someone to find some margin in your life. Really want to challenge you to be the very best you can be. Your team will not hit these numbers, and I've got them all written down on a Post-it note. Your team will not hit those numbers if you don't hit yours. I promise you, if you do not add 3 level 1s this month, it is rare that your team will hit the numbers you expect for them because they do not see any of the activity from you. So I really want to challenge you. Every single time you see one of the jewels pop up a message on here, take it to heart. Do the very best you can do. Y'all, give it the solid month. Do not let your foot off the accelerator the entire month of October. I cannot wait to see at the end of the month when we review our goals and we see what we really did. Did you do everything you could have done? Do you walk away at the end of October going, I left it all on the table. I didn't hold anything back, and I grew my business exponentially more than I ever thought I could because I did the hard work now. And I listen to Beach Money in my car all the time, and he says, you pour yourself in now so you can live on the beach later. And living on the beach may not be your goal, but what is your goal? What do you want out of this? We'll talk about our why, and we'll talk about why we actually do this business, but there's some really lofty goals that a lot of us have. And I think looking at your month and looking at your year and deciding, these are some things that I really want to get done this month. I want to pay for Halloween costumes without putting them on credit. I want to be able to, give more to my church and my tithe. I want to be able to, fund a ministry or a philanthropy that matters to me. I want to be able to put my kids in soccer and football and not have to think twice about where that money is coming from, or give, amazing birthday gifts at these birthday parties, or for an anniversary, with my husband. I want to be able to be self-sufficient in those financial decisions, but also time. If you've got an early release, you want to be the one that picks up your kids. And so you determine what's important to you, put it on a sheet of paper, and I promise you, if you put this October calendar up on your wall next to wherever you work or next to your sink in your bathroom, that you will find motivation in there. I hope y'all are all having a great day, and I cannot wait to see what y'all do this month.